All right, all right, all right. We are ready, steady, and we are spaghetti. We are streaming live to you now with Dungeons and also Dragons. My name is Brad. We've got the wonderful cast and crew of a brand new adventuring table to go in today to adventure throughout Arony. I'd love to start by introducing folks. On my screen, I'll ask folks for their character name and a little bit about them. And I'll ask them a uncomfortable question to start off as well, because I just love being terrible. It's why I play good evil NPCs. I don't. I just am very persistent. First up, on my screen, I see Catherine, parentheses, Carl, could you please introduce yourself and state one fruit that you would not want on spaghetti other than tomato?
Yeah, so I'm playing Kethra, a human fighter, and she's based off the Aluskan kind of mindset. So more like almost like a tribal raider kind of thing. So as far as like fruit on spaghetti, I probably wouldn't want like strawberries. I don't think that flavor would go well.
I agree. I agree a lot. Next up on my right, I am looking to Quentin, in parentheses J. Could you please introduce yourself and tell everybody one variety of train that you think would make for a great mascot for a sports team?
All right, my name's Jay, and I'll be playing Quentin. He is a dwarf fighter, very much based off of, well, I guess you'll just have to wait and find that out. As for a train, I think a caboose. It's always good to be the last and bring up the rear, and you're never expected to do a whole lot.
All right, all right, all right. Next, down to our bottom left, we are looking at Tregelius, or as I can pronounce it, Rook, played by David/Doc. Could you please introduce yourself and tell everyone one superpower that you wish Brill, all the way to screen right in the bottom, would have? What superpower do you wish Brill had?
All right, I'm going to start with the superpower because I can remember that easier. I have no clue who Brill is, if I'm being honest.
Perfect.
So I'm going to say the superpower I wish Brill had is the ability to kind of the opposite of a certain white striped mutant. I want him to be able to give other people superpowers.
Aw! Kind of weird. All right.
And as for Rook, Rook is a drow monk. And interesting thing about him is that he follows a deity known as a traveling type deity. I'm not sure where we are on copyright for the exact thing there. And because of that, he has wandered near, far, wherever you are, and is a tan, dark blue.
Nice. Next over, screen bottom middle, we are looking at Zazaria of Striding Paths, in parentheses Ash. Could I please have you describe your character as well as list one variety of water balloon that you like? I dropped the ball on this one. What's something you hate in a water balloon?
Well, I've had a frozen water balloon thrown at me, so that hurts quite a lot.
That's just ice. That's bad.
Yeah. My character is called Desiring of Striding Path. He is a half-orc fighter that has the merits and morals of a samurai. But he never finished his training because his master was killed, so his morals are a little bit not quite as strict as a samurai, as he's still trying to learn how to please his master after death.
Wonderful. Next up, towards our screen bottom right, we have got Zankris Zelmar, played by Brill. Brill, could I have you introduce your character and then list one superpower that you wish David, playing Rook, had?
Oh, I wish he could figure out superpowers, and that my DM would list these questions to himself before he started streaming. I am Zenkris Zelmar, the mighty and powerful elf wizard. But he is an Eldrin elf, which means I am decorated in the season. Very spooktacular. I'm a beautiful autumn at the moment, and I am very, very excited to be playing with all of you. I will not be gracing you with my face, however. That would be far too powerful. Take it away, DM. This
On to
is
the
your
next.
show, bud.
Oh, you know it. Today we'll start off in the tavern. You'll note that only our friends Rook and Zenkris will be present. There's a off-blue half-elf sitting. He's at a stool cleaning a single cut. There's a... You hear a rush in from one of the doors nearby. There's a small halfling running up to you. Oh my goodness! You'll never believe what just happened. There's another one. They got a whole other pod, couple of pods with people in them. I need your help to open them right now. Ruggy Dug Dougie is now calling towards Tregelius as well as Zenkris. He's asking for both of you to help him out. You'll note that this small, rather puny halfling with a large cigar holstered on one hip and a decadent dagger holstered on the other seems very alarmed. You'll note that every other time he was accompanied by a older wizard with a cone hat. There were some stars, moons, and suns on them. He doesn't seem to be around, and you think Ruggy Dug Dougie might be freaking out because of this. Inside of those pods, you'll see 3 figures. That will be our Zazaria, our Kethra, and Quinton inside.
All right, I guess we'll help you out, Ruggy Dug Dougie.
Come on, take me to where they are. Come on, boy, take me there.
Thank you so much for being
Show me
so
this way.
cooperative.
Come
I'll
on,
take
tiny
you
one.
right away. He'll pitter-patter his way towards the back room. You'll note that Lucky is, the off-blue half-elf is pinching his bridge of his nose. He seems a little off-put by the general improvisational feel of this. You make your way to the back room. There's a couple of levers, cranks, and knobs, one of which very plainly is labeled open. Ruggy Dug Dougie looks entirely confused. Do you think now that he might not be able to read?
Oh, that's tragic. They're so cute at this age. I'm gonna do the open lever button, whatever it is. Gonna smack that one.
You'll crank that lever, at which point the tubes will lift up around your newfound companions. Ruggy Dug Dougie will look confused to each of you. Oh, hello! We've summoned new adventurers from brave foreign realms. I'm really not sure what the difference between this place and other places is. Every now and again we get somebody showing up talking about Forgotten Realms, and somebody else talks about like something to do with like just the general places and planes. And there was this Ravenloft guy a while back. I don't know who's from where.
Hello, new minions. I'm so excited to meet
Minions?
you. Huh?
Minions.
Are they not new?
Minions.
Are they not?
No. Minions
Huh?
implies that we're going to keep them around. These are cannon fodder.
Oh, edgy. Wonderful. Come on out. Hello. It's very nice to meet you.
I remember a lot less hazing in the past.
Well, with each successive generation.
And we're the wrong entourage.
Taking a look around, the 3 of you will note that you are in the back room of a tavern. There are a lot of haphazardly drawn sketches, as well as illustrations of what appear to be half-baked inventions, where science seems to drop off, magic seems to kind of pick up the slack. There's like a lot of question marks on some of these that are like question mark make it fly for no reason, question mark just add an explosion. There's a lack of organization here. You feel like the person who's working inside of here is probably not an organized mind. That said, this laboratory seems largely unattended by whoever owns it.
I'm gonna lean out of the lab and shout into the bar, Lucky, anything but tea.
Oh yes, they're new adventurers. They owe me money.
Correct.
Above the table, for Rook and Zenkris, you'll both be keenly aware that they do not owe him money.
That's one way to handle them. Hello. What are your names?
Oh,
Welcome.
come on out then.
All right. Kethra will step out of the whatever tube thing it is.
Birthing
and,
pod,
like,
yeah.
Look at him like, clearly irrelevant. Just kind of walk by them out into the main bar room.
The gall.
You may
Quentin will stretch as he comes out of the tube. Guys, why'd you wake me up? I was having such a good nap. Drops his warhammer, the head of it on the floor, and just like drags it toward the other room. I'm Quentin. I'm gonna go find a bed, maybe a table or a chair, but I'm gonna take a nap.
I'm gonna fall from the birthing pod, start coughing up on the floor. Where am I? I was up against a tree sharpening my greatsword.
I'm afraid in a tavern of some variety.
You're in the famous town of Aroni, one of the only 2 towns in existence.
Yeah, that's about how we thought of Ruggy Dug Duggy too.
I don't think it counts as famous if there's only 2.
Well, everybody knows about it. At which point, for our friend Kethra, you'll note that the off-blue half-elf is sliding you a pungent-smelling clear liquid. You'd guess it to be quite strong. There's another slid over to Quentin as well. Whatever your name is, the one on the floor, get over here. We've got a drink for you.
Push myself up to my knees and walk over.
Yep, Catherine will step up and take a big sip off the whatever the drink is.
You'll taste what appears to be moonshine. This is a spicy mix. There's also an off taste of apple to it.
Instantly spit it out.
First,
my reaction.
Catherine's about to just punch whoever spat it out, and it's like, don't waste good alcohol. Don't waste bad alcohol either.
I will not fight with a tempered mind. I need to be strong, and I need to be slick. I will not fight inebriated by such toxic.
I like that. That's a good way of looking at it. Actually, adventurers, I'm sorry, Lucky, just 1 second. Adventurers, new adventurers. I actually happen to have a lich problem. Would any of you like to help me kill it?
Lich problem. We've got a whole board of jobs you can post that on, and then they can choose among them what they want to do.
Listen, I understand bureaucracy.
Lich that way.
Yeah, that sounds like a lot of government. I'm just saying more gun-ho adventure and just killing a bad guy. He seems to be a bit of a problem.
I think
I will only kill those who do bad.
Wait. You said lich, like the little things that stick on you and suck your blood.
This would be a lich. Powerful,
Right.
evil, undead.
I think he's got it confused with a leech. And what did you go on to say, Quentin? I couldn't hear you.
I just think it's his problem. He was talking about cannon fodder. Maybe it's his own problem because he's just acknowledging what he was, and he'll take a swallow of the drink.
Anyway, when you're done getting your drink and probably your bearings after those birthing pods, I'll be over at the job board if you guys want to do anything. If he convinces y'all to go fight a lich, let me know. I'll tag along. I got nothing better to do.
Glory, gold, booze, most likely. As long as we go kill this thing, I think we have a great time. Huh?
And you got sorcered weapons?
Pardon? I have this
Sorcered
staff.
weapons.
I have this staff, and it's quite nice. I also have this book and this fun hat. But that's about all I have when it comes to killing things. All of you seem to be way more of the killing things type. It's what I need right now. I don't really have any weapons to give you. I do have encouragement. I feel like that could be a lot.
You're not very bright, are you?
You see, I get the same reading from some of my minions, being you. But here's my idea. We go in, we kill it, we take his weapons. Huh? He does bad things, he kills people. We want to stop that, don't we? Come on.
You don't really know what a lich is, do you?
I mean, you asked if it was a leech a moment ago, so I think I have a little bit more than you do.
Right.
Right.
So, how do you think you're going to hurt it?
Well, you see, again, you all seem to be herding experts, and I figured that you might have a better idea. Huh? Experimentation! Throwing ourselves into dangerous possibilities for science.
Yep. Oh, that. No science. Nope. And she will keep drinking the first drink. She'll also reach over the other hand and slide over the one that is not being drunk.
You should go solve your problem. Let us know how it goes. I think some of us will be drinking and napping and having happy dreams of you killing a lich. What are we whatever we're talking about. I think you'll have a good time trying to kill it.
I didn't know we were getting lazy heroes. That's new. I'm going to walk over to the big board of missions and looking at if any of these relate to my lich that I can convince these other two. Are the rats related to the lich? I'm really just hoping to find something.
Glad you could join me. What was your name again? We haven't formally been introduced.
You're not with my time. I'm looking at the board right now. Why do we have these? Shouldn't we all be focused on the face stealers and the big lich in the hill? This feels like all over the place.
Look,
Who's deciding this?
It doesn't matter. We're here now. Look, you want to know who's deciding this? I want to know why the last group of adventurers I went out with clarified themselves in levels. Whatever the heck that is.
Aha. All right. Well, it seems as though we have a couple of people who enjoy drinking, except for one. He seems a bit heroic. And we have a board full of nonsense, and none of this seems to relate to my lich at all.
You'll see that on the board. There are a couple of missions. One labels a cat lost by a lady named Granny over by an orchard. You'll see another one. There's a little girl missing who had tried to make her way over towards this Granny. Her name is Little Red. Apparently they've only found one article of clothing of hers, and it appears to have been her riding hood. You also find another area nearby. It's labeled as Broken Claw. Apparently there are some missions over there that have yet to have been finished. They're labeling something about brave adventurers needed for something about a fight club or a club of fighting. There's also a club head rumored to the south. All of these jobs are rather odd, don't seem to be paying much. They're better than usual skilled labor, which you'll note to be 2 gold a day. They're looking to pay at least 10 for a good day or two worth of work. You get the feeling that with more reward comes, of course, that more risk. There's quite an awful lot of jobs. The halfling is going to make his way up. He'll tug on the sleeves of the 3 new adventurers. Hey, just a heads up around here. I'm not going to say he's kind of the village guy that doesn't know things, but I'm definitely going to imply it. Hey, I'm Ruggy Dug Duggy. I'm running for town mayor. I just wanted y'all to be aware that, like, you know, if you wind up accidentally sticking around, you should vote for me. You know, we're just going to be we're going to be talking about some of the stuff going on here in the dome pretty soon here in Arrowny. It's going to be a big time. It's going to be a big time. Do I have your vote?
You'll have my vote when you've earned it.
Sorry, I couldn't hear either. What'd you say, Caesarea?
You'll have my vote when you've earned it.
Yeah. I'm looking to clean these streets up, and not just with soap. Might use water too. What were you gonna say, Quentin?
Are my options you and Sir Talks a Lot, or do we have more options?
I'll have you know, you've got that guy over there who appears to be looking at leeches or witches or something. And then you got this guy Lucky. He seems to know something around town. And I'm running for mayor, so like you could always help out with that. There's a guy to the north named Bork who always gives out stuff for missions. Oh, what else is going on? I heard there's some murders going on in the woods as well. The Forest that Screams, you ever heard of it?
No, you just woke me up.
Never.
This starts to make a little bit more sense. I did just wake you guys up. I bet you don't know any of the things around here. Hey, what kind of work do you guys like to do?
Just
Do you
throw
like
my.
to- Wait.
Can I just throw one of my throwing axes at the board and pick whatever job it lands on?
Give me a D6 roll.
Oh no, 6. So I got weird dice.
On a 6, you will feel a ding. You'll see that landed on the one with the granny and the missing cat. Seemed to be a pretty easy job. Apparently the cat's gone missing. You're not sure exactly what's been going on there, but who knows?
Activity.
Seems to be,
Well, if that's the one we're doing,
yeah.
fine by me.
What's possibly
Seems
most
like a good
off-putting
way as any to pick a job.
seems to be paying around 50 gold, 60 gold. Seems to
Must be a special cat.
Yeah.
All right.
Ruggy.
50 or 60 gold to get a cat. Can't be that hard.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
What
Ruggy.
do you want, Rook?
Which way to Granny's?
Oh, Granny's to the south. Yeah. Granny's to the south. She's got her stuff set right up. It's gonna be a good one. It's gonna be a good one.
Is there a path we shouldn't stray from, or can we just go all willy-nilly through the flowers and fields and forests?
It's a granny.
There's actually one over the river, and you want to go through the woods to Granny's house. She's got the orchard towards the southern end of the Forest of Screams. There's a big area that she controls. Just don't talk back. Don't look her right in the eye. It's a rough time. Don't ask her about her daughters. It's a rough conversation as well.
Does the forest surround this town to the north and the south? Because I swear it was north last time.
Yeah, it's to the north, the south, and the west.
Good to know.
Yeah, it's almost kind of like it pours into one direction of exploration, but it seems to be a danger on all three sides. I just kind of wonder what motivating stuff that might turn into.
What's to the east?
A city called Broken Claw, full of a bunch of terrible people.
He's not wrong.
They
It
are
is
the
full of
worst.
terrible people. Although, I will say, people is a little weird to use, considering they're all a bunch of halflings pretending to be orphans.
I mean, I heard that there's a bunch of halflings that aren't pretending to be orphans, but they seem to make up most of the place.
All right, I'm going to close my book. Well, if it gets me out of this tavern and it lets me plot more, come on, monkeys! I think we're going to go get a cat.
You'll see a large green dragonborn make his way in.
Oh yeah! Give me something strong.
You'll note that
Lucky, give him tea.
the especially macho dragonborn making his way inside is indeed looking for a strong Earl Grey tea. Lucky will procure one tea, looking a little concerned to him. Caesarea, you feel a little slighted given that you weren't given tea at first request, especially now confirming that tea is readily available here.
Well, it's nice to know that some people get special treatment. Put my greatsword back into its sheath on my back, and I head for the door.
Come back when you've paid your tab.
Never had your service, and I do not want any of your wares.
She'll leave a gold on the table, on the bar.
At that, you'll all successfully exit. Is anyone sticking back for a quick point or thing?
No, Quentin's just gonna look over to Kethra and be like, "Oh, thanks for getting my drink for me." Lazily make his way out, following.
Goodbye, Lucky. Have a nice day. We're off to slay the grandmother or something.
Yes, go be terrible somewhere else. There is a wizard you'll see making his way towards the bar outside. He's got a set of long red robes, as well as a pointed blue hat with some stars and moons and suns on them. He looks to you all. You'll see he takes out a small flask that says Go-Go juice on it. Takes a swig. For our three newcomers, you'll note that this smells distinctly of vodka, healing potion, and pineapple. Hey, these look like adventurers from another area. Why didn't anybody tell me that there was going to be newbies?
They just kind of popped up and Ruggy needed help opening it. You really should teach him how to read. Anyway, how you doing, Death?
I'm not deaf. I don't know what you're talking about there, but
Well, your name is Ideth something, so I just shortened it to Death.
my name's Sheriff. It's my name. Don't wear it out. You know, it's just it's a good time. Yeah.
If you ever need help with these pods, I would love to lend a hand.
No. That was surprisingly easy. Wow. Hey, I need somebody to do me a favor.
What's the favor?
I got a delivery over in Broken Claw that I need picked up at some point.
Yeah, well, we're on our way to Granny's about that missing cat.
I'll pay about 150 gold if you go get me a cart full of teddy bears.
Consider
a
it
better
done.
deal than hunting cats.
That seems pretty easy, yeah.
Herding cats is usually just doesn't go well.
Yeah, how'd you all get wrapped up herding cats?
The burly one threw an axe. It landed on the cat job, and so sure, why not?
Turns out most of these adventurers here are a little bit indecisive.
There's a job in there.
It's best to leave it.
We decided we didn't like you.
Who's giving out jobs for a missing cat? I want in.
Granny.
Sorry, Scruffles is missing.
Yeah, apparently so.
Lock your doors at night. Be on the ware. That 6-pod freak is not to be messed with.
Wonderful.
Above the table, would I know anything about like the teddy bears in Broken Claw?
You haven't heard anything about teddy bears in Broken Claw? You have heard about one doll that was let loose that was promptly expunged from existence by an old lady running an orphanage?
Yes, but she I believe made it pretty clear that this was a recurring thing.
Yeah.
Can I make a history check of any Godzilla-sized cats that have burdened the countryside in the last 200 years?
Sure.
That is going to be a whopping 12. Spectacular.
On a 12, you haven't heard of any massive cats terrorizing the area. What did surprise you is the 6-paw bit. That seems to be a little non-standard.
Alrighty.
Seems to be, if you had to... It seems to be some sort of rather strange placement for limbs. Maybe a displacement of some sort.
Yikes, Dave.
Yikes, indeed. Well, it's simple milk run. You know, just go get some teddy bears, bring them back.
Okay. Why do you want these teddy bears, if you don't mind me asking?
He's gonna sell them in his shop.
Yeah. What do you
That
say?
was a great excuse to feed to him. Why are you needing these teddy bears?
Shit, now I gotta open up a shop. Ah, I said a bad word. I said a bad word, everybody. We're looking at the thing for at least 5 seconds. Because I said a bad word. That was terrible. That was a yellow card. Yeah. Okay. So all right. I need these teddy bears for experiments.
Why? You get a new batch of adventures every week.
I mean, yeah, but once you experiment on one of them, they start telling all of them, then it turns into a whole thing.
Yeah,
That's why you don't
we tend to
let
look
them
at
leave.
people like that as villains.
Exactly. See, there's a guy that's like terrible that does that. His name is Fittith. Way up north, total terror. Don't recommend messing with him. He's a bad time. I, Shittith, totally different gentleman and very nice, and I wouldn't do that to anybody. I just need these teddy bears for. I said experiments. I need them for experiments.
Insight check on the teddy bears. That's a 19.
There's
bud.
something super valuable in these teddy bears. He's not telling you what.
All right, so
Spectacular.
here's the deal. Granny's paying 150 for the cat. You gonna make it worth more, or nah?
Let's see. I'm swinging 80 a bear. 80 gold a bear. If I'm bringing in 3 dozen. Tell you what, I'll cut you in for 160 gold.
All right.
Yeah,
we got
all
a
right.
couple of the Bears.
All right, just you'll wanna check in with a little man by the name of Blever. Small little halfling, real nice guy, totally on the up and up. Slide him 7 copper and a wooden dowel, and he'll know exactly what's going on there. He only takes payment in coins. He doesn't specify what kind. We have an agreement. Just tell him you're with me. Keep these teddy bears out of sight of any of the town guards.
Mm.
This sounds too dishonorable to accept.
Look, it's either this or we go rescue a 6-pod cat. Was it
Yeah,
for less money?
Yeah, 6 paws is kind of a
Only
kind of a
10
problem.
gold.
I mean,
So,
You're
is Blubber gonna have the teddy bears in a box or something, or a bag?
yep.
Okay. Sounds like we've got a job. 160 and a cut of the bears.
Sorry, you what? What did you say?
And to cut up the bears.
I don't like that at all.
Huh. That's interesting because
Isn't that
that's
what
the
you
new
offer?
terms.
How about you get me those bears? 160 gold total. And I'll give you each a dose of whatever's inside.
Instead of what? The bears?
Yep.
Oh, there's things in the bears. So we're not talking about bears. There's something about in the bears. What's in the bears?
Nothing. Just keep
Bud?
I need to be super specific here. Keep them out of view of the guard.
Right.
Checks out.
So you don't care if the bears get back as long as the contents of the bears get back.
I need the bears back intact.
Gotcha. Does that sound fair to you, Kethra, was it?
Sounds like we've got an agreement.
Also,
And-
if there's any skimmed off the top, there will be problems.
If there's any skimmed off the top, Zenkris here is to blame. And Zaz, as far as honor goes, you're in the wrong dimension.
I did not choose to be here.
How about this? Let's go get the cat first and then do this job. We can do two. That doesn't seem too hard. One's
They're
a
in
cat.
opposite directions, but we might pick up some jobs in Broken Claw.
Ugh.
Right. So
Fine,
let's keep
Broken
going.
Claw.
So how far is it to Broken Claw?
Broken Claw is one town over. It's about a half hour to an hour long walk.
Just long enough to get into trouble. Oh, and any halflings stop you, pay them no mind, punt them over a bridge.
Wow, that seems a bit extreme.
Well, last time I just distracted them and we all walked by. It was pretty easy. But these guys seem more the fighty type, so I wanted to give them options.
Okay, so why do we need to worry about the packs?
I'm sorry.
Little ones. Why do we
Can
need
we
to worry?
go? Can we find a bed? Can we go?
Sure, there's a bed in Broken Claw. Let's go. Last time they tried to accost us on the bridge for money. Nothing serious.
Oh, okay. Right. So just punt them off the bridge.
Rook is gonna start making his way to Broken Claw.
Yep.
Follow.
Yes, I tag right along.
You'll all successfully make your way over. You'll note that along the way there were a couple of halflings standing in the middle of the road looking to extort you. Upon seeing Rook, they look a little taken aback. They step back for just a little bit. They give a knowing look to one another, however, don't say anything. At which point, you'll successfully make your way over to the town of Broken Claw. You'll note that there are a bunch of halflings around. They seem to be, for the most part, avoiding speech, which is quite unusual. There's a lot of trade going on, a lot of hand signs. There are a couple of other folks around that you'll see. There's some Eladrin. There's also a couple of Vidalcan in here as well. Just a lot of very interesting folks. They don't seem like the locals over in Arrowknee, but their town guard seems to be lacking, which is what you'll notice most interestingly, is that they don't seem to have really any sort of overseeing law. There is a rogues guild that you'll hear rumors of around here, operating as a sort of peacekeeping thing. However, the law and order here is not as rigid or sound as Arrowknee. Taking a look around town, you'll see a few buildings. There's a inn nearby. It seems to be run by a small child from what you've heard. There's also a fight bar nearby, whereby you can hear a few yells, someone chanting about something about a bone saw. There's also a couple of other buildings that you can hear a light rustling, but most interestingly, the areas where the halflings tend to be, there doesn't seem to be much conversation.
Bone saw. Would that happen to be the bone saw that I might know?
That seems to be the very same bone saw. The gentleman that you've seen in
Ooh.
the bar prior, he is the macho man, we'll call him. You think might be going under a pseudonym, wrestling outside of Broken Claw under the name Bonesaw.
I would very much like to see that. But we have a mission. Do any of you know exactly where we are or where we're going in this town?
I know where the stuff in the town is, but I've never met the person we're supposed to meet. And frankly, I was more focused on what we have to give him rather than his name. So,
It was
do
like,
you remember it?
it's like blubber chunks or something. It's a halfling. They all look alike.
Oh, did we actually have an opportunity to get the copper and dowel?
Oh, I have the copper. I assumed one of y'all would have the dowel.
I mean, you've got a staff, so I suppose that's a big dowel.
Oh,
What?
no. I have a short sword.
He's got a staff.
Do have a staff. Unfortunately, this staff is not a dowel. This is a staff, and I'm pretty sure he's not that dumb.
Well, let me take my sword to it, or Zaz can take the throwing axe to it. And
You
we can make a dowel out
see,
of it.
this staff means very much to me, and I'm afraid that you can just find a fucking stick. Oh,
Whoa, 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 whoa. Hey. No
Aw,
saying
shucks.
bad words.
oh shucks.
It's my duty as a responsible admin to say that was
Aw,
bad.
Shucks, I apologize. Give me a wallop, DM. I need it.
No more of those verbal butterfingers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Should be.
I'm
Oof.
just so loose in the tongue.
Okay, that's
Hearing them argue about this bit of dowel, I'll just pick up a stick and start carving it so it's smooth and just walk over and hand it to one of them.
You successfully
he's got the right idea.
hand the stick over to one of the halflings. The halfling looks at you like you just handed it a stick without any sort of reason. Look, I don't know if this is some sort of euphemism you got going on here, buddy, but I'm not touching that stick or any others that you point in my direction. Yeah, my buddy
I
over
meant
here.
to the party, not to the halflings.
Oh, sorry, but never mind then.
To
Rook
arguing,
will
I've
take it.
just gone, here's your dowel.
Rook will
Oh,
take it and go,
excellent.
thanks. You're proving more
There
and
we
more
go.
useful every day.
I think he did quite well. And I appreciate his commitment to honor.
Oh, you're just
So-
glad we didn't have to use your staff.
I'm just glad it shut you up for a minute. Where are we going? Anyone?
Aren't you the all-knowing, super-duper smart guy?
Fine, I'll roll investigation. I'll figure this out myself.
Rook's just gonna sit back and wait for him to figure out the town.
24.
You
Come
see-
on.
There's a place nearby called Blever's Odds. Seems to add up.
Oh, wow. Apparently I can read. Everybody this way.
Awesome. You remembered the name.
I remember the name. I found the place. I read a thing. You, sir, need to get more to whittling like this man on different sticks. I guess I just go in. Is there a halfling that looks like a blubber sort inside?
You open the door, you'll hear a ring, ding, 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 ding as you enter. At which point there is a ding of a hand axe right in front of your face, right by the door. I told Pete that if he wants his money, he can come back and pry it from my cold dead hands.
Oh, hey, I'm not Pete. Hello,
Oh,
I'm not Pete.
neither am I.
Fantastic. I'm glad we're both not Pete or working for Pete. Hello. We're picking something up. And we have a couple of copper and a dowel for it, if you know what I'm saying. Do you know what I'm saying?
Buddy, I got no idea why you're here, but I don't like it.
Okay. He seems a little bit tense. How about one of you try?
Rook's just gonna.
Sure.
Rook will
Cathra
sit
will
back
come
and
in.
let Cathra go.
All right. So, copper, dowel, here for shitted stuff.
Oh, you're here for shitty stuff. Gilbert, go get shitty stuff. You'll hear a clump, clump, clump. Yes, boss, I'll be right back with it. A gentleman who appears to be rather squinted and hoarse of tone makes his way to a back room and pulls out a rather large cart. There are dozens upon dozens of heavy-looking teddy bears, all of which you'll note have a thick seam up the back that doesn't quite match the rest of the stitching. It sounds like sand inside of them.
Okay. So he said that these were in like boxes or bags or something.
I don't know what he's saying about boxes and bags. He just said to pack them up, and I'd have them ready.
Are you
Do you
calling
want them
him
or
a
not?
Right.
Are you calling Shidith a liar?
Look, I ain't saying he's a truther. He's not exactly the most up-and-up guy.
Look,
That's a good
can you
So
assessment.
do you sell bags like sacks?
3 gold.
Right. How many teddy bears does it look like there are?
Several dozen.
And does it look like they can all fit in one bag, one sack?
You would probably have to get 3 or 4 potato sacks, like burlap sacks, just to put them in.
Right.
So that's
Hmm.
3
That'd
gold
be
for
easier
all
to
the stacks
procure
we
a
need.
cart.
What'd you say? I couldn't hear you there, Cesaria.
Would it not be easier to procure a cart?
Yeah, I got the cart right here. What do you want for it?
It's your
Oh.
friend's deals.
Look, he told me he
Cut.
wanted at least 3 dozen of these teddy bears full of action surge powder, and I made good on my promise. I made him the best stuff you've ever seen. This stuff will knock your socks off.
What is action surge
Action
power?
surge.
Listen, my action surge powder is what makes half of these potions around this town possible. You mix it in with anything, and you get yourself a crazy magical reaction. What, you think magic and potions just come out of thin air? Ha! They come out of my powder!
I think we are getting a raw deal, fellas. Really? So how many potions do you think you can make with the powder right here?
I can't make any potions. That's why I sent them to that jerk Fittith. Not Fittith, Shitteth. I send him to Shitteth, not
You're
Fittith
double
too.
dealing. You send it to both.
No.
In exchange for holding that information, how about you give us the sacks we'll need to carry this back? Deal.
You know, that sounds like a really great offer. I appreciate doing business with you.
Sounds great. I'm glad that we were able to make this agreement.
As am I. He is working up a sweat packaging all of these teddy bears. He's putting them into a wooden cart. Seems to be a regular hand cart, bit bigger than a wheelbarrow. For a halfling, this would be quite large to manage. They would need to hook up a mule to it. You'll all take a look around. You'll note that he seems to have one of every item inside of here from the player's handbook trinket list. Everything except for a coin minted in a far-off land.
Oh.
At which point you'll note that the cart is finished being loaded up. Seems to be a little bit wider than the front door, which he takes note of. Begins to mention to Gilbert to shove the thing out the back end. And I said, don't bring this thing back here, because if you bring back this cart, it's hot. I swear I don't want the boys over east finding out where I got this thing. I don't have the permits for it.
All right. Who's driving it?
Is it? You said it's like a wheelbarrow.
Yeah, it's like a big wheelbarrow.
Okay.
Manageable for a hand cart. Like, and I'm forgetting the name for them, but some folks will pull these things like to have people sit in the back for tours.
Not like a rickshaw.
Yes.
Okay.
And the contents are in bags now, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Well, I'm not pulling it. I'm better at dodging things than punching things.
I think the guy with the staff should do it.
The
Agreed.
old man with the staff. Yes, you guys are very bright. We've got Hercules and the knight over here. Why not one of them?
Swing my
Hercules.
sword if I'm pulling your stupid merchandise.
That's true. You didn't even want to do this. Well, how about one of you then?
You see a small child out in the middle of the street working on a large boat with about a crew of 20 or 30 halflings helping him out. I'll sail the SS Frankie! You're not sure exactly what's going on here, but all the other halflings seem very intrigued in helping him out with building this boat. There's a lot of sawing and sanding of the hull. It's just taking up space in the street. People seem to be moving around it. There's like a couple of knowing looks from some of the older women around. One of them clutches her brooch and whispers under her breath. Strange interaction, but you do have your cart outside. You're able to make your way out and about if you'd like.
All right. Start heading out, grab the cart, and start heading back towards Arrowknee.
Alrighty. You make your way about a half hour out. You're closing in on the edge of the dome, and you see a red tiefling. He's got bright yellow eyes. He's smiling towards you all. He's leaning against this dome.
Hail, stranger.
Hi there. How's everybody
Draw
doing?
my. State your business, tiefling.
Hi there. My name is Serp. I'm here to make a deal with all you. Now, I see that you seem to be of a mercantile persuasion, I might say.
Get the card in the dome. He can't enter.
Rook, is it?
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm not.
Now, Rook, it's been a while. I thought I might offer you a little deal. I got some work I need done to the south.
It involved Granny's cat.
How'd you know about something like that?
Job posting in town.
See, now that... and here's where you might be a little surprised. That displacer beast is actually messing up a lot of my trade.
So you want it returned or killed?
I want that thing on a pelt on my wall.
Well, that would involve pissing off Granny. I don't think that's a good idea from what I've heard, especially if I'm going to be sticking around these parts.
Nah, you wouldn't need to worry about a thing like that with me on your side. You make a deal with me, you make a deal with everybody above me. There's a hierarchy.
Do not kill animals for sport.
I'm not talking about for sport. I'm talking about for work. Good, honest living.
Can I roll nature check on what a displacer beast might be?
Go right ahead.
Oh yeah. All right, that is going to be a whopping 14.
They look like they're in one spot and they're actually in another. Makes them terrible, especially in a thin hallway where they might clip outside of their, regular field of view.
All right.
Why not train your trading routes?
Now, and here's where the rap breaks down, kiddos. Now, the thing about my trading routes is that they revolve around me being able to walk from point A to point B. And they also revolve around certain people also being able to walk from point C to point D. See, now that's where the term crossroads demon comes into play. Now, and hear me out here before you get too ahead of yourself. What I need is I need to be able to have people reliably walk across my path so that I can meet up with them and have a chat. And do you
That
understand?
sounds like a great business.
Now that it does, I'm just a bit of a persuasive man for money, of a sort.
You're taking their souls. That is not persuasive or honorable.
Now, nobody ever said anything about souls. I'm just borrowing them, son.
Oh, this is like the second person I've met here who's trying to buy souls. What is up with everybody buying souls around here?
They're a valuable currency, son. You didn't know that?
Oh, man, apparently.
You're telling me you never commit a war crime?
Not yet.
Never killed somebody just for the taste of the blood on your lips?
I'm
No.
more of a studious type.
Well, and here's what I like most. I like making change happen. And what I want to do in order to be able to ensure that is, and hear me out here, I want to get rid of that little displacer beast that's running east to west. And I want to be able to have conversations freely with folks that can pass freely outside of these domes without being afraid of the big bad beastie in the night. Because when people get afraid of the big bad beastie in the night, well, my business starts to slide.
Well,
Huh.
that sounds like a you problem for right now. However, I tell you what, I'm 100% sure that there's a little halfling in this town we're about to walk through and enter and leave you behind at. By the name of Ruggy Dug Duggy. I'm sure he'd love your help getting mayor.
Now that boy's my property already. Don't you go mistaking that one.
Oh wow.
Seems like you should be able to use him then. Crying
What
shame that he can't leave the
what do
dome.
you want? What will you offer in the death or capture or destruction of this beast? What's your offer?
My offer?
Uh-huh.
I'll leave you alone.
Fair is fair. You see, I don't know if we're exactly the kill a big beast. I don't even know if we could capture something that zooms about. Seems kind of quick, a little bit too fast.
That seems like a you problem, doesn't it?
See, I knew you were gonna use his line again. That's not good. We could do a team huddle quick. Do you mind if we do a team huddle? Team huddle over here. Do you? 2
Sure.
minutes?
Team
2
huddle
minutes?
inside the dome.
You go right ahead,
Oh.
friend. I'll be right here.
Are we going into the? I would like a team huddle somewhere.
Inside the dome.
Okay. Inside the dome. Is the dome special? I've never understood it.
The tiefling can't enter, so we can have a huddle without him getting closer.
Vampire rules. Okay, exciting.
The tiefling's a vampire?
Right.
What's a vampire?
It's like a leech. Okay, everybody in.
Right. Well, anyways, I got a delivery to make.
Agreed. Zaz, what would you
Catherine's
like?
going to go ahead and just continue walking in. Assume she gets into the dome, and she'll start heading towards wherever. Well, actually, to the bar, because that's the last place they saw Richard or Shitteth.
Rook is gonna follow and just kind of prompt Zaz. Do what you want. You know where we'll be.
We could just talk while we go to the bar. Oh, can I take a nap on the cart? Are you gonna push the cart if I take a nap on it?
Oh, well. It's kind of full.
All right.
The tiefling is staring at you.
He's Catherine's going to walk off towards the wherever the bar was located.
The bar in Arony or the bar
Yeah.
in Broken Claw?
In Arony.
Alrighty.
We'll continue heading towards the that back to where we were.
You continue heading off. You'll make your way just a little outside. Well, I do hope everybody finds their way. Adios, good friends. I'll be seeing you.
We'll be in touch. I like the cut of your jib. Very
We're still
exciting.
having a huddle. It's fine. We'll be back soon.
You will all successfully make your way over towards the central area. You'll note that there are a couple of halflings standing by. They're looking over a bridge. One spits into a small stream. The other one says, No. If you do that, that'll go downstream to that big old hole, and they don't like it when you spit in it. All right. There's a jabbing from one to the other. They look over to you all. 2 gold.
Hi, boys.
Thanks.
You're gonna give us 2 gold? I'll hold out my hand.
Intimidation check, please.
From who?
Whoever is interested.
All right.
I rolled a nat 20 plus 4.
I also rolled a nat 20 with a +0.
Well done.
15 with a +1.
10 gold is dropped. 2 halflings run away.
Ha! See, there you go.
They
2
appear to
gold
be-
each.
Goodbye, boys.
They are running downstream.
Thank you.
Thanks, guys. This is kind of a weird place. They pay you to cross bridges.
Apparently so.
All
Only
right.
when they're afraid of you.
It's getting a weird, like, fuzziness to the camera. Sorry, friends. I'm trying to trick it with the depth. You'll successfully make your way back towards the town of Arony. This feels like a really simple milk run.
Yeah.
You make your way towards the bar where Lucky had been, and Shittith and Ruggy. There is the general standing outside. Hello, how is everybody?
Oh,
Wonderful.
hello.
Well,
Pretty good.
brother, I thought I might just say hi to everybody here. You three, what are your names?
Riding
I'm Jethro.
paths.
Jethro Stormwind.
Who else are you talking to? There's more
I'm
than 3
talking
of
to
us.
3 of you. I don't know. He'll motion over towards the 3 new folks. Who here wants a cookie?
Are they good?
They're
I
baked
will
with love.
always get a cookie. Oh, this guy is so endearing after a while. Please, sir.
He'll pull out a couple of cookies. They're like fresh. They're warm. They taste like softness and love. He'll pass one to each of you. What have you got there? You doing some honest work?
Oh, of course we are.
Seems to be.
Deception check, please.
Honest as it can be.
From everyone that's spoken so far, deception check, please.
I'm gonna stuff my face.
9.
Got a 12.
17. I'm a liar.
I don't know if we're doing honest work or not, but it's work.
Do you have some milk?
I thought we were friends. You'll see that the hulking red dragonborn is now running off, a little teary-eyed. Seems to be looking rather betrayed by the deceit that's gone on over these past couple of moments. You hear a few wails from off in the distance.
Oh no, I want cookies from him. That's depressing.
Right. So, Catherine will like step into the bar, finish going over there, and step into the bar, look around for Shittith.
You make your way in the bar. Rook, you feel a tug on your pant leg from a small child with a single eye patch.
Sup?
Hello, good sir. I just wanted to pass along a message to you.
What's that?
The duck god requires your assistance at some point.
Got it. Where do I go for that?
You'll want to go to the Church of the Duck. Behave.
And is that some place that's common knowledge around here, or is this sort of a wander off into the forest on hallucinogens deal?
The Church of the Duck is just on the outskirts of town towards the west end. You'll want to do best with behaving. It's not smart to be misbehaved out there. The child will then look over towards a older woman, look quite a lot like him. If you had to guess, probably his mother. He grabs onto her hand. She immediately begins breathing and moving, almost as though she hadn't been for a few moments. And they walk off calmly.
Okay. That was weird, but still not the weirdest thing I've seen. After all, Amos melted in my hands.
So then I said, you know, if you guys want me to slay a dragon, I'll slay the dragon, but like for real, I can't keep doing this. Like I swear, like being part of the Dragon Slayers, it was a one and done thing. I did that with that Marcus guy over in the other town and a couple of the others. It was great. We had our
Right.
one. It's over. Oh yes, of course. Please tell me more about your exploits. I'm sure that they all happened. Oh, attention from
Hey,
people
guys.
that aren't drunk. Wonderful. What do you want?
The drunk
Just,
guy.
Sheriff.
What?
Hey, we're back.
Special delivery.
He's got the stuff. You got the.
The cart can't fit through the door.
Your boom boom powder is in the teddy bears.
I don't know what you're talking about with powder.
Unless that tiefling had anything to do with it, should be all here.
Your contact had a very loose tongue.
Which contact?
The one
Lubber.
the one who's also delivering to your other death.
Huh?
I'm not following.
Your contact in Broken
That is-
Claw is sending it to the other wizard up north as well.
That's alcohol abuse.
It's not abuse till it hurts someone else.
Do you need a teddy bear?
That doesn't look healthy.
No, yes, please.
I'm gonna grab one of the teddy bears out of one of the bags and bring it in and just hand it to him.
You'll see that he clutches onto the teddy bear for a couple of moments, smiles and shakes it for just a half second. There's a light pinch, and then at which point you'll see his eyes glow with a soft light. He looks to you all entirely healed of his ailment. All right, you guys got a hold of these bad boy. You got a whole shipment of them for me? Awesome! I knew I could count on you. All right, just load them in the back. Get the sacks. Put them in the back area. I needed to summon more adventurers. Crucial for my work. Trust me. Big experiments.
And our payment.
Right.
That's right. You all wanted 10 gold apiece. I'll make sure
No,
you get it.
160 gold.
Yeah, I'll send a mail order for it. It'll be great. We'll have it to you in like 10 to 17 business days. Where your residence is?
Well, I guess we'll just be returning this back to Broken Claw.
No, 160 gold, right?
No, I think
No.
I think Fidith said that he wanted them, so maybe we can just go to Fidith and deliver them.
No, I'm actually pretty sure that it was 160 since you're complicit now.
It was.
Well, your
but
words
it was
were-
also a cut as well.
Your words, 10 gold apiece, so that's 10 gold per teddy bear.
No, I was looking 10 gold a person. We're not doing 10 gold a teddy bear.
Do
I
not
think
say
the
words you
general's
don't
still
mean.
around here, guys. We could find him.
You know,
I
I
don't,
bet there's a tiefling on the road somewhere who could make a great use out of these.
Look, memory wiping that general is a pain in my ass, and I'm not a fan of it. Not a big fan of it at all. If you're gonna talk
I
over to
wouldn't
that
do it
gen,
anyway.
if I gotta
Right.
go over to that general and I gotta wipe his memory again, do you know how every other week I gotta do this? It takes out time from my schedule, and I have to shop accordingly for like components to cast these spells.
Yeah, no, the spellcasting components takes forever. I'm going to tell him, give us the price that you owe us, or we're going to the general.
He'll slap
Oh
down
boy.
160 gold on a table, 10 platinum.
Wunderbar.
There we go.
All right, load him in the
All right.
back.
All right.
2 platinum pieces.
And 52 each.
So
All
two-
right.
So 2 platinum each, and then what's 160 divided by 5?
52? I think Carl said it.
No,
48.
32.
32.
160 divided by 5 is 46.
46.
Yeah. So 2 platinum and 46 gold for each of us.
That.
Okay. Math is hard.
Yeah.
All right. Kethra will go ahead and bring in the bags of teddy bears.
You'll all successfully bring in the bags of teddy bears. There is a thud as you set each of the bags down. These are laden with probably 10 to 20 pounds of action surge powder apiece. A sniff was enough to do that guy. These are some potent stuff.
Yep. Really don't want to know what he needs
Yeah.
so much.
Yeah. Nah, I'm good. It's probably a couple months supply. Actually, thinking about it, it's probably like a week.
Really? I thought it was going to be a very big experiment. Big boom.
Who knows?
I'm
Anyway,
excited.
so we gonna go see Granny, or are we gonna go talk to that syrup guy?
Well, let's ask Shidith and Lucky. What do you guys know about that tiefling? Got yellow eyes.
The Crossroads Demon. He's a real pain in my keister. He tries to take my vagrants from me and not give them back. Yeah, he's not super not nice. Real hindrance. Yeah, nothing to worry about unless you're not big into Eldritch horrors. If you're not okay with
Well-
Eldritch horrors, you don't want anything to do with them.
What is he trying to do? Just take souls? Is that the entire gamut?
But yes, that is his entire gambit. He is trying to take his soul.
What can you
What
tell
does-
me?
He said he already has Ruggy Dug Duggies.
So he said what now?
He said he's already that Ruggy Dug Duggies is already his.
Which is interesting because I thought Ruggy couldn't really, leave.
This makes a lot more sense. I'm probably gonna have a mission ready for you guys in a few weeks.
Cool.
There's an underground thing we're gonna raid. You
Oh,
guys are gonna have a
wonderful.
lot of weapons ready for when we do it.
Awesome.
Sounds like fun.
Got a couple of weapons already.
So
Know how to
I
make them better.
have 2 questions then. The first, and probably the more interesting, is what can you tell me about the Church of a Duck God? And the second is what can you tell me about Granny?
Church of the Duck. Duck God's a real jerk. Granny. I don't trust her.
You
Is
don't trust
Granny-
anybody, do you?
Wow.
Lucky, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, well, Church of the Duck God is a rather wonderful place. A lot of the people that do visit this establishment as well. You know that he's looking rather concerned at a couple of the people inside of the bar. Yes, they have a lot of views that I really agree with. While I don't practice myself, I do really appreciate them from afar. And as far as Granny, well, she's something, all right.
Huh.
Have you had any issues with stock being delivered to the tavern? Seeing as apparently her cat has been causing issue on the trading roads.
Granny has been only wonderful when delivering things to me.
Oh, I think he was just asking about general deliveries.
Yes.
Oh no, she doesn't deliver the. No, she doesn't deliver the general alcohol. She delivers the Granny stock. It's the enchanted liquor that comes through
No.
here.
Is that the ones that you gave us before?
Oh yes, just as a taste. First taste is always free.
Huh.
Hmm.
So how much
How
is
to get me hook?
how much is a regular glass?
Yeah, regular glass is about 10 gold. And what was your question, Vagrant?
Oh, I was just going to. I don't know if I'm the vagrant. Probably. I was going to ask if I can roll insight more into possibly how people are talking about this Granny character.
Yes.
Hey,
Brooke also would like to roll.
Go ahead.
that is going to be an unnatural 20 plus 5 to 15. Let's do it.
I got an 11, so
With an 11, you'll note they don't seem to trust her. Zenkris? Is it Zenkris? Yeah, Zenkris. You'll note most particularly that you haven't heard any details about Granny. That seems to be on purpose. Nobody seems to speak super highly of her. Her job seems to pay well to find a cat, but it doesn't seem entirely forthcoming about what that would entail. You think there may be some less than above board dealings, or at the very least missions, that come from her.
Compelling. I think we should probably handle this cat business if it's going to bother other people.
Sure.
Sounds best.
Can we make one stop beforehand? I'm honestly kind of intrigued about this duck god now.
Is it on the right side of town?
It's a little out of the way.
Well, maybe we could deal with one detour.
It's up to y'all. I can always get back to it later. It's not like I'm going anywhere. And as Rook says, it's not like I'm going anywhere. He's just going to look directly at Shittith.
Shittith will look directly back to Rook, almost as though he's not registering the implications of what Rook has said. Oh, that was a slight at me. Oh. Wow.
Well, you're the most powerful person I've seen here, other than maybe that tiefling. And I figured you're the reason we're all here, so...
I mean, yeah, just something to, be aware of.
Good to know.
All right, you guys gonna be fucking off or what?
I guess we'll go take care of Granny's cat.
All right, bye-bye.
Seems to be.
See you later. At that point, I would love to propose a 15-minute break. Meet back here in 15 minutes. That would be 9:03 Eastern Standard Time. Other time zones. Other times.
2 o'clock.
Yeah. 15 minutes.
All right.
I'm going to be gone by then, but thank you all. I appreciate it.
Would you look at that? This guy leaving us whenever we actually could use some staff work.
Oh, yeah. That was my entire plan.
Well,
Look at me go.
It's been great
yes.
having you, Brill.
I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I am just
Yes.
going to, I guess, stay in said tavern. All right, we should go handle this cat business. Goodbye, boys. Have fun storming the castle.
Hello and welcome back to part 2 of episode 4. We are going to rescue a cat for Granny. Nobody really knows where the cat is. We know roughly where the Granny is. We left off last inside of a tavern in the middle of Aroni. Lucky is currently talking with a couple of folks and motions off to the rest of the group to kind of shuffle on out. Shittith, you'll notice, going with the same approach. Zenkris has since left. He said something about needing to go back to Broken Claw to go clean a whistle or purchase a net. You're not sure exactly what he means by those things. Just seems a little euphemism-y. At which point, the party will find themselves in the middle of Irony. What would everybody like to do?
Well, like I said before, if you don't mind a detour, I've got apparently a date with a duck god, but Granny awaits.
Would you like to go to the Duck God?
I'll leave that up to the rest of the party.
I don't mind going to the Duck Guard. It'd be interesting to see what their ways are.
Well, I suppose we can head over there, but not sure how long we're going to be able to stay. Jobs to do, you know.
Well, you'll probably want to go head over to the left side of town, the west side of town. Just take a left outside of the front door and don't let it hit you in the rear. And don't come back too soon. Have a great day, everybody, says the off-blue half-elf.
Yeah, liking you too, buddy.
Everyone will successfully exit the tavern here. You'll see that there are a few buildings throughout town, some trading areas. There's a clergy that you'll walk by. Seems to be of a standard non-denominational variety. There is a place just a bit towards the edge of town. Looks to be of rather pristine make. You don't notice anybody going into or out of it. It does have a single yellow duck-looking symbol as their holy symbol. And you'll see a single large human standing outside with a large sword sheathed.
I walk up and go, I was summoned.
You take a look at the human male who has a set of stripes along his eyes and a stern look towards you. Were you summoned for the duck?
Well,
the duck will see you inside.
All right.
Please be seated.
All right.
Before you do, I need to warn you. While a normal duck may be harmless, this duck god is not to be trifled with. You must be prepared for any sort of questions the duck god may has for you, and by all means, take heed of the duck god's warnings. The duck god will impart on you wisdoms the likes of which you've never seen before. See, the duck is one of the few animals to have mastered land, sea, and air. This duck before you understands more of our world than you could ever perceive or hope to understand. Do be kind with this wisdom.
Anything else?
Leave a gold in the offering plate.
You got it.
There is a slow creak as the door opens inside. You'll see a long row of pews. There is a single child with a eye patch and a woman sitting perfectly still in one of the pews in the back here. They look to be rather intrigued with whatever this figure at the front of the altar is saying. You see a human body with feathers everywhere and a duck head and a rather stern expression. There is a single golden offering plate. The small child with the eye patch makes his way up. He drops a single gold inside, makes his way over to his mother, and they walk outside. The woman looks piercingly towards the four of you and nods. Do be on your guard inside of here. It's not a place for weaklings. At which point you will be ushered inside. What would everybody like to do?
I will drop a gold piece into the offering plate and then take a seat.
The duck god will look to you intensely. You'll see that the duck god is motioning over toward you now, Rook.
I'm gonna walk forward and I will put 1 gold in the offering plate, and then I'll throw 9 more gold in. And then I will say to the duck, I was summoned here by the wee lad. Yes. Ah, okay. I'm gonna take a seat and wait for whatever's supposed to happen to happen.
Cathra, the duck god seems to be pointing towards you.
Cathra will come in, nod to the duck god, and put a single gold into the offering plate. She nods back to him again, and
the duck god knows, pointing over towards Rook.
yes, he has plenty of gold. He has been doing very good jobs. And he is.
You'll have to excuse them. They're new. They haven't had time.
You'll note that Quentin, the duck god, is looking over towards you now.
Quentin kind of looks like still tired, still being very lazy. He will make his way over to the offering plate and drop a platinum in, and then curl up on one of the pews like he's getting ready to go to bed. Good night. He'll raise his head up over the pew. Are you still talking to me? Oh, it's nice to meet you. Quack quack. I don't know. I don't understand. Can you teach me your language? That way we could communicate. We're communicating now? Oh, I think this is just a bad dream. I want to go back to bed. But if you need me, that's maybe a nightmare? I don't really know. Look over to Rook. Rook, what's he saying?
Above the table, I speak Common, Elvish, Undercommon, and of all things, Primordial.
None of these are cutting it.
Gotcha. So Primordial doesn't cut it. Okay. What do you need? Just a straight intelligence check?
Sure. Or insight.
Oh, insight. Okay. 24.
Seems to be asking you all to sit down and listen to a lecture.
Sit down and listen to a lecture.
No worries.
I got a 19 on the insight check for that.
You get the decent feeling that this duck god is trying to give you instructions of some sort.
Any gist of what type of instructions?
You're pretty sure that they're to do some sort of job.
Does anyone else want to attempt an insight check?
Yeah. 18.
You've got a decent feeling that this duck is trying to tell you to go do something.
Is he swinging? Is he swinging a sword or miming a sword?
Seems to be miming everything.
Oh,
Is the little kid still in the church?
Nope.
All right. Is there anybody who looks like they might be of a druidic persuasion in the church?
At this point, no.
All right. 20 flat, non-natural.
Insight?
Yeah.
Seems to be trying to get you to go somewhere. Pointed off towards the west.
You want us to kill something, and you'll pay us for it. Well, we currently have a job to go save a displacer beast or something. Yeah, I don't know. It's for this chick named Granny. Yeah. But after that, I'm pretty much stuck here, so I'm free to do whatever you want. But I kind of prioritize things in how they come up, not, just kind of jumping the shark. Look, the little kid summoned me. I was intrigued, so I showed up. I also paid you money for this information, so...
There will be a single copper thrown over towards Quentin. Quentin, you feel like
What? Are we ready to go?
You're a god, right? Could you bless me with the ability to understand you? Because I speak quite a few languages, and I'm not quite getting the gist of it.
He wants us to kill something out to the west.
Yes. Yes.
You'll see that there's a
And you'll pay
single
us-
orange bead in this duck, in the hand of this duck god.
Oh. Rook is going to kind of look at the rest of the party and go, so
Arcana check 23.
what do you guys
Recognize
want to
bead.
do?
23 will see that is a bead of fireball.
Huh. I haven't seen one of them in a while.
So what do you guys want to do?
I think going to hit something might wake me up a little bit.
Sounds like fun.
I think that getting that fireball, considering that they're addressed to whom it may concern rather than anyone particularly, might help with a beast that appears to be where it is not.
He wants us to use this to kill whatever he wants us to go kill.
Oh, okay. Yeah, sure. Does your steward or paladin out front happen to know exactly what you want to kill? When we see it,
Go
we'll
west
know.
and kill stuff.
Go west. When we see it, we'll know to kill it. Use the fireball.
Right.
and then come back alive.
Meh.
Kethra will step up and hold out her hand for the bead of fireball.
A bead of fireball will be handed to each of you.
Ooh.
You'll see a actual sword procured. It then lights on fire.
Ah.
Oh,
Oh,
He's
wait.
kind of
Wow.
fire the bead of fireball back from the fiery sword.
What size sword is it?
Short sword.
I'd love it if no one else does. Oh, okay. He wants
Right.
us to go and come back, and then he'll give us the sword. Got it.
Right. So we go kill stuff, come back, you give us the sword.
Something like
All
that.
right. Okay.
Guess we'll
So,
take.
sounds like a paying job.
I guess we'll take our leave then.
Okay.
Wait.
All right.
I'll stand up and start heading towards the door and drop the copper he threw at me into his plate.
It'll make its way inside. You've all been beckoned west. You've also been beckoned south. You have all agreed to 2 dates on the same night. Whoever will you go to the dance with?
Well,
No.
considering we actually haven't taken the job for Granny's yet.
Yeah, we haven't met the contact for that job, which would be Granny. So as of right now, all we've done is remove it from the board so that our competition can't get it.
You actually pulled the job off the board.
Yes, it's in my pocket.
Probably should go put that back if you're not going to do the job.
You know what? I'm fully planning to do the job. Might not be with y'all. Might not get done if I don't make it back for live from going west. But I'm gonna go west first.
Alrighty then.
West it is.
Into the forest of Scream!
You'll all successfully travel west. Doesn't take too many feet for you to realize this forest is thick. Probably about 5 minutes in, you can hear a light trickling. There's also a pitter-patter of an orange fox following you all.
Anyone here know how to take care of animals?
Nope.
Yeah, give him food.
I'll do like an animal handling check on him. See
Alright.
what he's up to.
Let's see it.
$16.
Hello, how are you? Says the fox looking back towards you. You were expecting, like, some
Yep.
sort of, like, animal-like response. You're pretty sure, despite what the song was mentioning, this is not what a fox says.
Well,
Hello?
Hi there, care to mention to me why you're hanging out my forest?
The forest is everyone's, not just yours.
Excuse me, I'm one of the Screams, thank you. The name is Princess Sylvette. That's me.
Oh, you're one of the Screams. I thought it was people wandering into the forest and getting their face stolen.
I mean, yeah, that's kind of the thing now. We've got a big problem with those. Thank you. For all I know,
killed
anyone
one.
here could be one of the face stealers right now.
For all we know, so could you.
Excuse me, none of the face stealers turn into a fox. Thank you very much.
What's a face stealer?
Face stealer's like a person that like takes a face like off.
So a doppelganger.
Pretty
No,
much.
Kind
Looks
of
like one of
they're kind of like a doppelganger, but like if a doppelganger could teleport and like talk to itself, it's not good.
the teleporting we didn't witness. I guess we took care of it fast enough. That or we didn't at all. Do face stealers have yellow eyes?
Yeah, they kind of glow and stuff. You know what I'm saying?
What lives out here with red eyes?
Ooh, red eyes.
Because I've encountered both.
You've encountered a red-eyed?
Yeah, one of my former adventuring buddies did. Not sure where he's at. I'm sure he's around somewhere.
I'd heard about the there was one goopy like red one at one point.
Oh,
Yeah.
Goopy red one.
Mm-hmm.
that sounds fun. So, anyway, we were sent out to the woods. I'm going to take a stab in the dark. Say it's probably not a good idea to lie to you.
I mean, you can lie to me. Just beware. I'll lie back, and I don't have time to play games with anyone at any time. But if you're looking to be nice, I can pay you in whatever you eat, water and good berries or what have you. I don't know. That Bork guy, he takes care of all that stuff to the north. I just kind of hang around. Nobody ever comes back here to Sylvette. I'll have you know, except Exhydria. She comes in, she visits. She's nice to me. She's nice. She brings tea. Have you seen tea? Have you brought tea? You haven't brought tea.
Nope.
No.
Well, if you bring tea my way, I'll be peaceable. I need my tea to be
Okay.
calm.
So, do you know the duck god?
Do I know the duck god? Of course I know the duck god.
Do you
He
know what
sent us
that
here
god-
to slay.
Okay. Let's unpack a couple of things about the duck god. Yay! So, first thing you need to know about the duck god. Number 1, don't listen to the duck god. Number 2, and this is the important part, whatever war the duck god is trying to get you to start, you keep it out of my forest.
What around here specifically would be really, really hurt by fire, other than the trees and yourself?
And I need you to hear me out here. Nothing in this forest is hurt by fire. You've got like maybe a quarter mile of forest, and then you've got like the river on the other side. He probably just wants you to go to the area with the dead trees all of a sudden. I mean, there used to be forested streams on the other side of this river. Then that 6 Fathoms guy moved in, then all the movement stopped. And then all of a sudden this thing comes crashing out of the sky, burns down part of the forest, and we can't go over there to fix that.
He was very adamant that we came here to slay something.
Oh, I'm sure he was.
He was offering a flaming short sword.
He was offering a flaming short sword.
Yeah.
Those flame tongues, they're pretty valuable. I don't know. He must want something really dead over there.
So if I come back with tea in like half an hour, you'll spill the beans and
Okay.
let us know?
If you come back with tea in half an hour, you'll have a good friend on your hands. If you do not, however, or you short me on tea, I'll be putting everything about you in town. I'll talk to everybody that writes a newspaper. I'll talk to everybody that'll listen. I'll say, hey, you know those new adventurers? Not to be trusted.
Pretty sure that's the general consensus anyway.
I'll trash your whole reputation. It'll be terrible.
I can always go work for Broken Claw.
That is true. I mean, they are worse. You know they're worse, right?
Work's work, and as
They're-
long as I'm stuck here, I'll
Okay.
do work.
Work's work unless it doesn't work. And hear me out here. Those Ghostwise halflings that speak telepathically are always playing against you. Fun fact. And those Vidalcan that are always just like resistant to spells, not a big fan of them either. You ever try and put one of them to sleep when they invade your forest? It's a total problem.
I think I can put them to sleep real well.
You think you can put them to sleep real well? It doesn't involve an axe or a hammer.
No.
How about a sword?
Yeah.
Okay. See, we're not putting people to sleep. We're just killing them. That's a problem. Killing people leaves bodies.
Well, I'm equally hard to put to sleep, so...
Right.
Hey, you. Is this area?
Yes.
You did not provide your name. Says area is it? I like you. You're not a pain in my rear end. You're the new leader. What are you going to do today?
If they get you the tea that you asked for, will you guide us through the forest to the river?
Tell you what, I'll guide you through the forest to the river. You'll go get me some birch tea. You'll go get me some sugar birch. Crunch it up. Make sure you dice it up nice and small. Put it in a little tea bag. If you don't got one, maybe a little sack, maybe a little thing you do. Get it back to me. Little cloth, maybe, I don't. Get it back to me. Give it to me. And then we're square. Honestly, I don't know what's so complex about this. This is all being conveyed to you with hand gestures from a fox. This fox has standard fox anatomy and is standing up on two hind legs to gesture at you while talking, moving quite a lot with her bodily body language, I would say. There's also an awful lot amount of neck movement and a large amount of tail movement to compensate.
Are we able to harvest this sugar birch from the forest, or do we need to go back into town?
There used to be sugar birch in that forest. The part that burned down over there, I don't know what happened over there. I don't know what landed over there. I don't know what showed up over there. But, and hear me out here, not a big fan of whatever moved in whatsoever.
So, you'll guide us through this forest to the river, and we have to get sugar birch from the other side and bring
That's
it back
right.
to you.
We're going to go over the river and through the woods.
Okay.
That sounds like we're going to Granny's.
No, you want the other river and the other woods.
If we could get some sugar birch seeds, you could always start cultivating and growing some on this side of the river.
Okay. And I appreciate that sentiment. Now, here's where I can't do that. I'm a druid. I see to it that everything just works. If it's not meant to be here, I can't put it back. All I have to do is ward off threats from the external. Once change is made, that's out of my hands.
But you are the one not putting it there, we are.
Yeah, but see, once you're becoming the one making the change, I've got to deal with you too. And I hope you can understand, you've been very polite to me. Very much appreciate that, by the way. And if you continue to be polite to me, I'd love to get you some missions or something in the future. Maybe kill some poachers or something. I don't know. You all seem very martially inclined or whatever. And then... What?
Oh, I was agreeing with you.
Oh, of course, yeah. But, and hear me out here. You go over to the forest. You take care of whatever's around there with the dead trees. Come back with some tea, and we've got ourselves a nice friendship. But you do not, and hear me out here, you do not bring trees in here that are not welcome. The other trees don't like that.
We shall go get you this sugar birch then for your tea, and you will guide us to the river.
Well, that sounds like a wonderful arrangement. I very much appreciate you being so peaceable about this diplomacy. You've been great. Follow me. You'll note that this fox is moving awful swift. There are a few spots where the fox moves under a branch that is too low for any of you to pass through. She huffs for a moment and then begins to guide you elsewhere. She says, "Move around the face stealer steps. You don't want to cross over those. You'll smell a faint scent of lavender as you cross some face stealer trails. They seem to be heading south. You make your
Out
way
of
over towards.
curiosity, did the face stealers by chance steal the face of a lavender salesman? I heard someone in town, Miss Marvell, lost a shipment of lavender.
I haven't heard anything about this. This is not my area of expertise. I don't go in that town. You want to ask something in
Gotcha.
town.
Gotcha. Okay.
Well, this is the part where I bid you adieu. If you go down to the river there, stand there for about 5-10 minutes, you'll see a blue tiefling appear on a boat. If you start to choke, just take like 5 steps back. You'll be fine and dandy. Just don't make a deal with him. He'll offer to take you across. You can do that just fine. Just be careful. Bye. You'll see that.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you for your hospitality.
Whatever. This fox will then scamper off into the woods. Ducks by, you'll see it reappear and eat some berries and then duck back again. You're looking towards a rather wide river. This looks to be about maybe 1/8 of a mile in width. Quite deep. Seems to be largely difficult to pass. At which point you'll see there's a ambient fog on a clear day. You're venturing towards dusk as a blue tiefling with a large oar paddles his way over to you. There's a slow crawl as this boat makes its way towards the shore. You'll hear "Oh there, travelers. How is everyone?"
We're okay.
Good. I hear you.
I'm doing fine, and we request passage across the river.
That sounds good. Come here.
All right. Catherine will approach. She's expecting some kind of weirdness.
Yeah, once you get it within about 15 feet, you start to feel a faint choking sensation. Like you just can't catch your breath. You feel more and more like you're drowning above land. After about 30 seconds, it subsides. And then you're just in a blissful state of calm. I'd like to take you across the river.
What's the price?
I'll send you over there for free. I'll take you back for free. This time. And next time, I'll need half of what you make. You go over there, figure out what's on that side, figure out how to make a profit, and then whatever you bring, you leave half of it with me.
Whatever we bring back.
I need half. And see, I'm bound to the boat. You're bound to the land. We work together. Everybody's happy.
Is there anything bound to the air here?
Good question. You really want to know the answer?
Sure.
How about this? I'll tell you all a story. And you'll tell me a story after. Now, there used to be 2 groups of people. One called the Loxodon, the other called the Arcocra. Both worshipped a golden flying elephant called a Hollyphant. Not too bright. Very nice. Godlike. One day it was taken from them. Each side blamed the other. And they killed one another. They had been so caught up in the Hollyphant's message of kindness and peace that when the message stopped, they forgot it entirely. They wreaked havoc on one another. In the end, the Loxodon stood tall. The Urkakra, dead. All of them. The Loxodon learned from their mistakes, so they shrunk half their size. No longer giants to walk among the people. They used to be 15 feet in height. Now they're no taller than you and me. And their Hollyphant? Well, their Hollyphant was risen so high by their worship that the Hollyphant couldn't come down anymore. And just as the Hollyphant's worshippers wept and died, so did everything that made the Hollyphant love and feel happiness. By the time the Hollyphant touched the ground, it was just a husk. Just a shriveled, crying husk. It used to inhabit the sky, and only the sky. Nothing, and I mean nothing, should ever have to suffer that fate. Because when it comes back down, if you came back down, and that was you up there, I don't think you'd come out as good as the Hollyphant. Be careful when you fly high. The ground's always waiting. And I'd love to hear a story from one of you.
Well, that's great, but you told us that story of your own accord. We never actually agreed to tell you one.
True.
Although, it's good information.
Call it a payment for a wayward boatman. Might you soothe this old soul with a wonderful tale?
Well, my tales involve a lot of walking in the beating hot sun, which gave me this cursedly dark skin. And that's about it. Until I arrived here, my life was not fraught with adventure. It was fraught with travel. So if any of you, and Rook turns to look at the other three adventurers, have a story, feel free to tell it.
Well, I ain't got no story like that moral story there you were to get sharing with us. Got stories of fighting things and wandering north and seeing what's over the next hill. But those aren't really the stories you want to hear, are they?
Anything to soothe these old bones. Takes my mind off the sound of the boat.
Gotta throw a look at the others, see if any of them are interested in sharing a story. Well,
I unsheath my greatsword and lay it across my lap. This sword used to belong to my master. He trained me from a young age. We would help innocents, we would fight bandits and beasts. One day we'd been issued a job, a warrant to take out a group of bandits. We thought we got them all. We returned back to our camp, covered in blood. I went down to the stream to catch some fish for our dinner, to clean off my clothes. I returned to found my master's sword, his bloodied helmet, and him drawn and quartered in camp. I donned his helmet and took his sword and went back to that camp, and I slayed every bandit I could find. His spirit I believe to be trapped in this sword, seeking vengeance, which is why I will never strike down someone in anger without cause.
I like that.
Vengeance gets you nowhere in life.
A man after my own heart. Come on my boat. It'll be about sunset when you get to the other side. You'll want to set up camp on the shore. No closer than 20 feet to the edge of the water. Trust me on that. Watch out for the shambling. Watch out for the fungospore. There'll be
The what?
the fungospore. I'll tell you about it on the way. Up on in.
Alright.
Sure.
I'll climb in the boat.
As each of you steps inside of the boat, it is oddly more stable than you were expecting. You were looking for some sort of rocking back and forth as you step onto it. It is level like a table. Each of you entering a 10-foot or 15-foot radius of the 6 fathoms gentleman before you feel a gulping sensation and the choking and the peace. He'll begin paddling quietly. There's a fungospore on the other side of this river. Popped up a couple of weeks back. I call it a fungospore because I like that name. It's fun. But, he's eating a lot of stuff over there. Didn't used to be like that. They used to have a lot of blights, a lot of twigs, a lot of big uns. Even some tree ants on that side of the river. I think their kind might be all but gone.
Not as gone as you might think, just maybe gone from that side.
Well, I'm not exactly one to go walking through the woods. But that's okay.
Fair.
You get to come with me. I'll drop you off there. You show back up ready to leave. I'll take you away. We're almost there.
So I don't suppose you know much about the duck god, do you?
Rather interesting one.
Oh.
Flew too high a time ago. Was cursed by another god to never be able to speak again. Yeah.
So it's not that he's speaking any particular language, it's that he can't speak any particular language.
He's entirely devoid of speech.
He certainly got his point across that he wants us to go burn something down in this general direction.
Classic.
Any clue what that might be?
If he wants it burned down, bad enough to send you to me. Probably has to do with one of the demons. See, demons around this place are agents of chaos. They like things that we dislike. For that reason only. And the duck god opposed those demons. One, by the name of Orcus, left him as an example of what happens when a god lesser than he opposes him, and ripped the ability to speak or be understood verbally from his very being. And so the message of the duck will forever be lost. Just an echo of the past. Never to be heard. There's another grind as you all successfully make your way to the other end of the river. I'm afraid that's where my stories end. Please see yourselves off. Be safe.
How do we get
Safe in a
for
world full of demons and monsters and fungal spore that
Deadly plants, demons, possibly the husk of a god. Sounds fun.
oh yeah. Well,
I believe we should set up camp 25 feet away from the water.
that's what he suggested.
I'm gonna be walking at the edge of the forest, picking up some twigs and enough to build a fire to cook on, and maybe some twigs to make some makeshift tents using my cloak.
Alrighty. Give me a nature check, please.
15.
You'll find a slew of twigs, one of which seems to be resisting your attempts to pull it away. As you reach towards it, it jolts aside. You try and grab it again, it jolts to the other side. You try and grab it with both hands, at which point it starts wriggling inside of your hands. You've got a very small twig blight, you believe. Seems to be trying to resist your grasp.
I mean you no harm. I am only here to protect.
What's that you're saying?
I seem to have found a twig blight.
You'll hear a...
Does I snap off a bit of a biscuit from what the guy in the town gave me earlier, and I feed it to the twig blight.
It grabs it very quickly and then scampers away from you. It runs instead towards where the encampment seems to be getting set up, and then immediately takes a seat right near where a fire is about to be made. It seems very thrilled to be amongst adventurers.
I bring the rest of the twigs and the wood over, place it down in the ground, and start to use my axe to carve kindling and ready a flame for cooking.
As you use your axe to carve, you'll see a flinch from the twig blight, just with empathy of these twigs being chopped up. There's a...
I mean you no harm, little blight. I only use dead wood.
The twig blight will now begin to slowly reach into Quentin's bag. Slowly pull out a book.
I'll watch what he's doing.
Quentin, what do you have on you? Do you have a book? I couldn't hear you, Quentin.
Rook has a book. It's that old diary missing 7 pages.
You'll note that the twig blight is slowly reaching through your belongings and looking at them and shaking them around and then putting them back or throwing them in another direction. it gets crawling around the encampment. You'll see the twig blight follows a little circle and then plops down and takes a nap right nearby the fire. The fire gets a little warm, and then the twig blight jumps up, runs around in several circles, and then sits down again about 5 feet further away.
I place my helmet on the floor, place the twig blight inside it so he can sleep and be protected. You may sleep easy this night.
Something that you'll notice rather particularly about this land is that everywhere nearby seems to be pretty much leveled off. There are no real trees that you can see for several miles. There are some trunks sticking out of the ground and remainders of trees that appear to have been toppled. This area smells of ash, brimstone, and sulfur. There's a light haze over the area as well. There's not a single bird nearby. There aren't even rats, which is quite possibly the most strange thing. You would expect scavengers to be at least taking hold in this area. The one thing that you'll note most particularly about this area is that there do seem to be a lot of fungi taking root here.
I'm going to gather up my stuff that has been discarded. And then I'm going to offer to take first watch, as I require the least amount of rest, I believe, out of everyone here.
Okay. Yep. So, do we really know what we're supposed to come find and kill?
Probably a demon, but given my understanding of demons, fire's gonna be a little difficult on some of them. So probably not a demon if we actually take the god's gifts into account. I know.
What else is over here?
A lot of fungi and other plant-like creatures.
Well, we'll have to take a look around in the morning and see what this place looks like.
Maybe our new friend can direct us around to some of the safer passages.
Maybe.
Can I see a perception check from first watch at that point?
I guess that's just me. 21.
21, you'll hear some snapping of twigs off in the distance.
Not getting any closer.
Seems to be. Do you have dark vision?
I have superior dark vision.
Hot to the dog. So sorry, I've forgotten that you're a drow all up until this time. You will note specifically that there is a large, round-ish figure moving probably about 1/8 of a mile off, maybe a 1/4 mile off in the distance. It is picking up sticks and shoving them into itself quite slowly. Almost moves in a pattern like a horse grazing.
Is that the biggest thing I see around, pretty much?
By far, yes.
Okay, I'm gonna take a wild guess and note that we should kill that. Anything else before second watch? Because I can be on second watch too.
It starts to move around, takes a couple of larger logs and puts them into itself. You recognize this to be quite a lot like an ooze. You've seen a few oozes in the past that made their way around and had taken in some weapons instead, so as to just maybe use them for combating, or combat against an adventurer. They're more common for a dungeon than some sort of barren wasteland like this. You look off in the distance, you see a couple of deeper holes than normal. It feels like this place was just leveled, and not too long ago either.
So a couple deeper holes, so multiple impacts. All right. I don't know who else is awake to tell this to at the moment, so I assumed they all got rest.
Yeah, who's on second watch?
I can do second watch.
I can stay up through second watch as well. I just need 4 hours at some point. What time is it right now ish?
For second watch, it's between 10 p.m. and 1 a.m.
Yeah, sure. I'll stay up. I'm going to relay the information about the roving ooze that's eating a lot of the plant life in the area.
All right. Can I have some kind of check on that?
Nature check, please.
Mm-hmm. Nope. Probably not. 9.
Reminds you kind of the twig blight nearby you. You would guess that this is something of a similar nature, but you can't quite put your finger on it.
All right.
You do see one small coyote make its way out. Seems to have emerged from a den and makes its way towards the fungal spore. You'll see it sniffs the ground for just a moment. You watch as the large being reaches over, grabs it with one hand. The coyote attempts to resist and is put inside of this strange woodland being.
All right. Well, that's disturbing.
Yep.
I suggest we stay away from it before it engulfs us.
I get the feeling that's what we've got to kill.
It hooks.
It's the biggest thing around for miles.
It slowly moves towards you.
About an eighth of a mile out.
Yep.
I will take the opportunity, since I'm on watch, to make sure that I am wearing my armor.
You got your armor on. Seems like a bad time to not to.
Yeah. Probably ought to wake up the dwarf and tell him to put his armor on, too.
He probably sleeps in it, dwarves. And as I'm saying this, Rook's eyes are just dead locked on this giant roving thing.
All right. I'm going to go ahead and wake up Quentin. Hey.
What?
Work to
Is it
do.
breakfast time?
Nah, not yet. Work to do. Some kind of thing's coming towards us.
Oh, I pats his chest looking for his armor. I should probably do something about that. And he obviously starts to doze back off.
No, man, work. We got things to do.
Oh,
things to kill.
Right, things to do. Got it. All right, we're getting up. I will get up and start to don my armor slowly and groggily.
Takes you a little bit, but you get it on.
Since they got at least 4 hours of sleep, and I'm not rested yet, do I start to take points of exhaustion, or will that happen at dawn?
That'll happen at dawn if you don't rest between now and then.
Gotcha.
Seeing this ooze engulf loads of wood and branches, I'm going to pull a flask of oil out of my bag, ready to throw it at it to set it alight once the ooze is close enough.
Alrighty. It is about 100 yards off.
Is it making any type of pattern?
Straight line. It is moving through things, grasping onto them, and shoving them into itself. It gets slowly larger as it makes its way towards you. And not just as though you can see it better because it's closer. It's increasing in mass.
I'm going to walk a little bit close to it. Obviously, the branches that are going to be engulfed by it, I'm just going to start pouring the oil all over the branches.
You successfully do so.
And then I hold the bead of fireball in my hand and step back to the party.
All right.
It's one of the few times you actually see the dwarf like actually ready to go. Like has his war axe out, has his shield up, like just waiting for the mention of it's go time.
Yeah. Yep. And Kethra seems to be kind of waiting with him. She will watch. What is the throwing range? Is what, 20 feet or something like that?
Yeah, I want to say it's 2060 or 2040.
For a hand axe is 2060.
Well, as soon as it gets to 40 feet from us, I want to throw the fire bead at it.
Alrighty.
Rook is just kind of waiting, like hand on the bead, but not like ready to throw it.
It is about 50 feet off, slowly closing in on you all. The twig blight wakes up and begins panicking, noticeably. It runs about 30 feet in the opposite direction from this thing and then cowers.
Yeah.
It closes.
I guess it's roll initiative soon.
Yeah. I would say it's 50 feet, so get ready to be throwing stuff.
It closes into 40.
Okay, so I'm going to launch my bead and then roll initiative.
Yep, I need to know who is launching beads.
I'm throwing my first one because obviously it's got the sticks with the oil inside it.
Yep.
So I'll be the first one. That is 14 to hit.
14 on the bead. We'll see this bad boy make a saving throw and fail.
Yeah, I'm going to be throwing mine as well in a minute.
You can get that off successfully as well.
All right. Like a athletics roll or something.
Yeah, give me an attack roll.
It was an 18, so at least a 19. I don't know if I get a proficiency or not.
I'm going to say no, because this will be an improvised weapon.
Okay.
We're going to go improvised. If you had like a sling to launch it, I'd say proficient, potentially, but...
Nope, just throwing it.
Is it the same damage as a normal fireball?
Is the same damage as a third level fireball. That
So
would look
8d6.
Yes, indeed.
So I got a 19 to hit. To throw it at it.
That will hit. The save is unsuccessful. You're each doing 8d6 fire damage to it.
28 fire damage in total from me.
Alrighty.
I got an 18 to hit.
Ooh.
I'll go ahead and throw it.
17.
Does it make it save on mine, or?
Nope.
You said 8d6.
Yes, indeed.
It's a lot.
I roll 3 6s and a 3 on the first one. Or is that? I got 27 total. I rolled like 3 6s and something else, and then like two ones and a 2.
I'm sorry, what was your damage, Cesario?
28.
And Rook?
27.
In the words of the Flex Seal guy, that's a lot of damage. You'll note that this being, and I just moved the wrong thing. That's what we needed. You'll note that this being before you shudders and shakes. It's where there were tentacles of vine and ichor reaching towards you. They shrivel up into a club-like kind of stump. Any sort of moving, intricate vines on the outside of this thing's body shrink up. You'll see blood ooze out. You don't think it's the blood of this thing either. It seems to be of the things that it's killed. It contracts for just a couple of moments, moves awkwardly, and squeals in a very high-pitched noise. At which point it will break out into a sprint towards you all, moving unexpectedly fast. You think just given its large length and footsteps. At which point, when it is ready to move, I need everyone to make a initiative roll. I'll ask for the initiative numbers in a couple of moments, so don't tell me yet. Alrighty, 25 to 20? 20 to 15?
19.
17.
15 to 10?
I rolled pretty poorly.
10 to 5?
Me too. I got 5.
Yeah, 6.
Kethra, Zazaria. And Fungal Spore. And Twig Plate. Alrighty. Rook, you are first up on our initiative order. You're looking down a large thing that appears to be bounding towards you. Do you want to be in its way as it barrels on down towards you?
No, I do not. I would like to move out of the way of its direct line path,
How far?
but I'd like to position myself to where I can at least get in and attack its back quarters.
Alrighty. You move like 15 feet off towards the side and about 20 feet off back towards it. Trying to flank it. You think you might be able to follow it in towards the party next round to stab it in the rear.
Mm-hmm.
Got anything at range?
Sure. I'll throw a dart at it.
You successfully throw a dart. Let's see a roll to hit.
19.
19. It will just pierce inside and stay there.
No damage.
You can roll standard damage for a dart. It is piercing.
4 damage.
4 damage on piercing. Feels like you would have damaged a weaker target. Doesn't seem like piercing damage is doing the trick here. It seems to be like... To describe the sound, it sounds like you're stirring wet macaroni for just a second.
Gotcha.
And it's stuck.
Well, it's 1 dart down. Only have 21 more.
But we learned a lesson along the way, you know, and that's all that matters.
Yeah.
For Quentin, you're also over by the fire. What would you like to be up to?
What's the range that it's at to me?
Right now, you've got a total of 35 feet.
All right. I would like to move to one side of it to flank it and get myself within 20 feet of it, flanking, or from the side of it.
Yep. You move towards an angle trying to strafe around. Do you want to move to the same side as Rook or the other?
The other.
Okay. You're about even with Rook now. You're a little closer to the encampment, just specifying the 20 feet in range. You two both seem poised to sandwich this thing somewhere around the middle now.
I would like to throw one of my hand axes at it.
Let's see it.
Uh, 18 to hit.
18 to hit. We'll see a hit. You successfully bury a hand axe inside of this thing with a... you'll note that a couple of the vines snap as the hand axe buries itself in. There is a light puff of ash from it. It's still burning on the inside from what you can tell. One of its clubbed arms tightens up for just a moment. You see a couple of sparks from inside. You think some of the fire might still be raging.
Terrific. I will pass that along to the group. Guys, the fire's still going. Still stoking from the inside out.
Good.
Good, it'll take more fire damage.
Turn will then go over to the Twig Blight, which is running further away now and attempting to make a zigzag motion. It is picks up a rock, throws it back. It just kind of panics. It barely misses you, Cesaria, as the rock plumbles down. It goes. You think it might not have been trying to hit you with the rock. It just kind of panicked. At which point the turn will then go over to Kethra.
This thing's about 35 feet.
Yep.
Okay. She will kind of step forward into the middle. Like Quentin's off to one side, Cesaria's off to the other. She'll just kind of like step forward. Recognize that she can't actually get to it without charging, without dashing, so she is going to wait for it to come to her.
Okay.
She does step forward probably about 10 feet.
Okay. Anything else?
We got a light crossbow, nothing else.
Okay. Turn will then see Cesaria. You are up.
So I've used my fire bead, so what I'll do is I'll draw my greatsword and I'll start running towards it. Don't think I can get to it. I've only got 30 speed movement, so I can't get to it this turn. Yep. And that'll be it. I'll end my turn doing that.
Alrighty. It is going to barrel towards Cesaria and try and bowl through to get to Kethra as well. I need you to make a strength save, Cesaria.
24.
You will successfully push back. You're not going to fall down. It will try and collide with each of you at the same time. Can I see a strength check from Kethra now? Sorry, strength save. My mistake.
20.
20 will see a success as well. We've got one attack against each of you. We've got a 17 to hit Cesaria.
Hits.
And a 14 to hit Kethra.
That will miss.
For Cesaria, you will take a total of... I can just get my dice. You will take 2 fire damage as this club buries against you. You feel a thud against your head. You feel a ringing in your ears. And for a brief second, colors start to get weird. You also take 2 fire damage and 1 bludgeoning. As this
Okay.
thing buries into you. It's a little softer than you were expecting. You think the strength of this thing is pretty tough, but the pillowing of just the softness to it is kind of cushioning some of the damage.
Okay.
That will see the turn go over to Rook. Rook, it has run just between yourself and Quentin. Both of you can sandwich it. It is currently being held off by Zazaria and Kethra, a little ways away from the campfire, and seems to be cooking actively. What would you like to do?
Well, piercing's not working. Let me just check one thing. Yeah, all I got left is my fists, so I guess I'm gonna roll to punch it.
Roll to punch.
I got a 17.
If you choose to be flanking on the other end of Zazaria or Kethra, you can do that at advantage. Wasn't sure if you did that already.
I did not. Same thing.
Okay. You said you had a 20?
No, I said I had 17.
17, that will hit.
Okay. 5 bludgeoning damage.
5 bludgeoning damage. We'll see how as it connects. Your fist is kind of covered in ick. It burns for just a quick second. Doesn't seem like too much of a serious problem, but it's really hot. You think if you had punched any deeper, it might have actually started to damage you back.
Gotcha. Does that feel more like heat burn or acid burn?
Kind of both at the same time. You think the heat might actually be causing the acid to become more effective.
Gotcha. Well, did it seem to like take a good chunk out of it when I punched it, or?
Oh yeah, you reached in with a cookie cutter. You put a fist-shaped hole in this thing.
Gotcha. I'm gonna spend a key and flurry of blows it.
Let's see it.
That is a 22 to hit.
Hit.
And I'm just gonna go ahead and roll the other to hit. Is a 19.
That will hit as well.
6 and 4, so 10 more bludgeoning damage.
10 more bludgeoning damage. We'll see a. You will take 1 acid damage.
Mm-hmm.
Being in such close contact, you wipe it off just in time. Doesn't feel like a super serious problem, but you think the closer it gets to death, the more stuff is dripping out of it. Doesn't seem to be long for this world.
Gotcha. I'm gonna shout to the others. Careful! It's starting to melt into an acid pool.
That will see the turn go over to Quentin. Quentin, you were on the other side of this thing. You were waiting to sandwich it as well. Would you like to run up and get some flanking?
Yeah, he'll pull out his Warhammer and charge into it.
Alrighty. You don't see a lot of Warhammers in 5e. This is a big deal.
For 25 to hit.
Pretty hard to miss with a Warhammer. Let's see some damage.
9 damage.
9 damage. We'll see as you bury your Warhammer into it. It's a little hard to pull back out. You manage to you gotta kind of brace it with your foot. Like your foot kind of pushes into it as well. But you manage to pull it back out, bracing for another attack. There was a spurt as you connected. You think that you're pretty happy to not be using your bare fists against this thing because it doesn't smell good on the inside.
Terrific. Yeah. He'll give a dwarven war cry as he's charging in and at the end, just to try to inspire the group.
Alrighty. That will see the turn go over to. We've got the Twig Blade, I do believe, which is going to run over, pick another rock up, and throw it. Rook, what's your AC?
16.
Rook, you feel as you're hit with a very small rock. It deals 1 bludgeoning damage to you. You've got it's just right above your temple, so not enough to do anything crazy, but still, this thing's got bad aim. But you think it's trying to help you, but you're really not sure.
Gotcha.
It panics again, and then runs around in a circle around the fire. Very strange interaction with this thing. Turn will then go over to Kethra. Kethra, you are up close and personal.
All right. She will do what she does. She will swing away and miss horribly.
Missing horribly, you successfully miss.
Mm-hmm.
Anything else?
Actually, would I have advantage on that?
I'm going to say yes.
All right. Then I will see if I do not. And I don't know if a 14 will hit.
That will barely miss. Just want to check the AC again. Nope, that will hit. Sorry about that. That was my mistake. That will hit.
Okay. And haha, max damage. 15.
15 damage will damage this thing severely. You are seeing a spurt and a fall. It'll go down to its equivalent of a knee and begin to burn a little bit brighter. You think it might have been actually trying to hold off the flames. But as of right now, it seems to kind of be losing control of it.
That might be bad.
It might be. Turn will next go over to Cesaria. Cesaria, you're looking down the barrel of a loaded dungle spore. You're just not sure if it's going to go off or it's going to calm down.
Yeah, I'm just gonna swing at it for a 25.
25, we'll see some damage.
Okay, so great weapon master, so I get to reroll my damage dice because I got a 1 and a 2 for 11 points of slashing damage.
11 points of slashing will right down the middle of it. You will see that it will collapse. There is a bubbling to it, which seems to be growing in size and temperature.
Probably a great idea to get away from it.
Everyone will have 1 turn to move away from it if they so choose.
I choose to do so.
Alrighty.
Yeah, I choose to move back as well.
I'm going to grab whatever's left of my throwing axe, and then I'll leave.
Okay. Each of you moving your movement speed away, would you choose to dash as well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Disengage and then move back.
Okay, so you can disengage and move back, or you can dash.
I'll disengage and then move back.
Okay.
Just in case.
Is it an action to get back my weapon that I threw?
We'll call it an action, yes, because it is kind of stuck in there.
Right. Yep. No, then I'll just move away because that's my action.
Okay.
I'm going to spend my last remaining key point for the day to disengage, and then I'll dash.
Okay. Catherine?
Catherine will just move back. She will not run, dash, but she will move back.
I need Kethra and Cesaria to make dex saving throws. Add advantage, please.
Okay. 17.
Yeah, 17 as well.
Wonderful. You will each take half damage. That will see 3 acid and 3 fire damage, as you are on the outer radius of this blast. This thing was a ticking time bomb. You're not sure if it was intended or just kind of the result of a mishmash of stuff slapped together in a monster. Stuff rains all over the place. You've got ash, you've got smoke, you've got acid, you've got all kinds of fire, It peters itself out. There's a hissing for a couple of moments. You've all successfully defeated this thing. You feel as though your job here has been done.
Excellent.
Maybe now we can get a little bit more rest and leave at sun up.
A rest is definitely needed.
Yep.
All right, well, I took the first 2 watches, so I'm going to sleep.
The next 2 watches, we're going to kind of speed this along. I hope that's okay with folks.
Sure.
'Cause
Yeah.
we're about at time. The second 2 watches will go swiftly. You'll be able to make your way back to 6 Fathoms in the morning, who seems thrilled to see you all in one piece, as well as having seen that you all look rather weathered. I'm glad that you all made it here. We're going to be wonderful buddies. There will be a large amount of twigs collected. Zazaria, you've most notably collected some sugar birch as well. Sylvette, you'll note, is quite happy with this. The twig blight
Good.
seems to be following you back to town. Does not leave your side, Zazaria. It also doesn't seem to be helping much either when you try to go about your day. You try and put on socks, it tries to take them off. You try to put them on, it tries to take them off.
I'll just pick it up and place it in the pouch, in the pocket that's in my cloak, and just
It's-
you sit there and play with this stone.
It will play with the stone aggressively. It'll knock it against the bag. There's like a light tearing of a stitch. Has you nervous for a second, and then it calms down for just a moment. You think it might be worth checking on at some point, but it seems to be doing okay. It also made it inside the dome, which you'll note is repellent of evil. You're not
Good.
sure what it is about this twig blight that seems at least neutral or good, but seems to be passing the dome check.
He's an orphan. It's fine.
The background for all good adventures.
Yep.
Making your way last and least to the duck god. The duck god will welcome you all.
Yeah, we killed the big roving thing.
The duck god will reach over. Rook, what weapon do you have available? Like that would just be kind of accessible.
Short sword.
+1. Cesaria. Same with your sword. +1.
Okay.
The duck god is really invading everyone's personal space and just kind of grabbing stuff and enchanting it. He'll make his way over to Kethra. What do you have on you?
She's got a great sword.
Great sword. Same over to Quentin. Taking the warhammer.
Oh, thank you. Yep, we blew that thing up.
All right, peace out.
The duck god would like aggressively shove you out the door, and also kick the door and hit you in the rear on the way out. There was that and you'll note that Barth, the guy standing by the door, says, "I see you've chosen to work with the duck god. This is a wise choice." He says nothing further. Seems a little confusing. But at that, that is where we will leave off today's game. For folks at home who are like, wow, that was strange, please feel free to comment about how strange all of this was. Please give this a share, give this a like. Working on the old Twitch affiliate Aruni currently, so please give a follow on Twitch, follow on YouTube, follow on Facebook, what have you. We've had a wonderful game here. All of our players have been amazing as well. Please feel free to comment with how amazing they've done. In the meantime, though, I hope everyone has a wonderful night and stay safe out there.